Namaste. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Today I'm at my table, and I likely will be in the space for the next few sessions. And don't know why I'm saying that. Welcome. Hi, Clovis. Today we are going to review what we have done so far. And I want to emphasize that this breathing practice is one that is meant to not overwhelm. It's not meant to cause stress. And I know that not everyone is sitting well in a chair. I know that everyone's mobility is not the same as mine is. And I do my best to try to accommodate. And I want to thank you all for your comments and for your patience with this, and to please have trust in the process. And I'm going to take you through some of the steps that we've already covered and just really get into the feeling of it, so you can begin to cultivate these practices away from this particular session. Okay, so let's start first of all with alignment. Whether you are seated in a chair or a recliner, or you are lying in your bed, this spatial awareness, let me take off my bracelets so they don't clatter. This spatial awareness is imperative to good breathing, and I suppose in extension, good health. There is a relationship between the pelvis and the shoulders, and we want to be aware of that space. So go ahead and close your eyes and just be aware of that. Bringing your shoulder girdle over your hip girdle. What this does is it takes two large muscle groups, two large bone groups, and lines them up so that the spine has a fairly clear channel to move through. Okay? Now, I've talked a few times about lordosis, the big curve in the low back. And that is something that we all need to endeavor again and again and again to correct. And if you feel like your butt it's too far back, you feel that curve in your low back, either, with the arms on your chair, you want to somehow pick yourself up. And the idea is that you scoop your pelvis forward, which lengthens the low back. I can't emphasize enough how important this is. Now, if you are mobile, I will stand up here. And I realize you can't see my face, but that's okay. This, maybe I need to go sideways. Okay. So if I bend my knees, my legs are hip distance apart, and I stick my bottom back, this should feel really uncomfortable. We want to shift this forward, creating length here. And then when you sit down, endeavor to maintain this length in the low back. This is one of the main, so I know this is breathing, right? But the alignment is absolutely critical to how this all comes together. It will help with your sleeping. It will help with everything every way that you move, every way that you be during the day. Okay. So you have comfort in the low back. or you're endeavoring to find that. I'm just closing my eyes now, and I'm sending my low abdomen just back a little bit, and then bringing the shoulders back again. It's a constant self-awareness. These micro adjustments take time to feel, and it might take months before you can feel these nuances. So please be kind to yourself, okay? Be very kind, and know that eventually you will feel these little shifts of energy, okay? Then we have the neck. I don't believe you can feel this alignment with your eyes open. It's much better to close your eyes. Shoulders back. Chin parallel-ish to the floor. You can move your chin left and right, up and down, just to get awareness of the space of the neck. And then go back down and see if you need to self-correct any of the other alignment. Now, this is not meant to drive you crazy. This is meant to just help you understand how subtle and complex this alignment is. It's got nothing, I mean, it does have something to do with good posture, but it's not about good posture. It's about creating space for energy to freely move in the body. That's what it's about, okay? All right, close your eyes. Come to the breath in the nose. And when I'm doing breathing practice, there is a natural, for me, through years of yoga practice, a natural tendency to, how can I describe this? So my mouth is soft, my jaw is soft. There's no tension here. So when I breathe in through the nose, it almost feels like the mouth, the throat, it's all, I can feel it's all connected. And so as you breathe in the nose, just expand your peripheral vision to encompass your cheeks and your mouth, maybe even part of your jaw into the upper part of your throat. And I think space is a great word. Space, spaciousness. This is what you're wanting to feel, is spaciousness with your breath. Just gentle, soft breaths. And then be aware of deepening the breath by placing a finger on your eyebrow center, just to draw attention to the breath going all the way up to the eyebrow center and then back down again. Observe your mouth, your tongue, your jaw. Soften your jaw. Shoulders over hips. If you're seated, just keep doing very gentle micro adjustments. As the breath enters the nose, it fills the nasal passage, extends down into the area of the mouth. If you consider the throat the back of the mouth, I give myself permission to soften all the muscles that surround my breathing process. I give myself permission to soften all the muscles that are part of my breathing practice. Allow my breath to be free and clear, expansive. Now the throat. This is I'm going to continue to describe this as best I can. As the breath comes in through the nose, the mouth is closed if possible. Use a little more energy to draw the breath in. You may be aware of subtle movement in this part of the body in the throat, with your fingers touching your throat. If you have trauma here, you may feel nothing. It takes time. It takes time. You might also want to place fingers on the sides of your throat. That may be a little more difficult at the front because we have this movement at the front. That might be easier. Say to yourself, soften the tongue. Soften the jaw. As you swallow, do you feel? Hello, AA. And then let that go. There's no schedule for this deep awareness of breath. There's no schedule. This is a practice. And as you are becoming more and more sensitive to these energies, you want to take your time with this. Like I said, that is the worst thing that can happen, is you getting frustrated and going, I can't feel this, I can't feel this. What is she talking about? So really trying to soften here, okay? So AA, I'm going through very basic breathing practices, and this will help to balance the mind. Okay, so let's go back to the nose breathing. Go ahead and close your eyes, bring your body into alignment, and AA, just follow along. The jaw is soft. Your eyes are closed and you're gently breathing in and out of the nostrils. Both nostrils simultaneously. Now I'm going to take you through the left side, right side practice, and then an introduction to the alternate breathing, alternate nostril breathing, very gentle variation. So what we're going to start by doing is gently taking a hand or a finger, if possible, and either closing or partially closing the right nostril and breathing in the left side. If you are overly congested, then remove the right hand. This is your lunar breath. Your cooling breath. Oh, I have a tickle in my nose. It's always good to have a tissue handy when you're doing this. Put your right hand down. Take your left hand. Try the other side. And you know what? It's not easy. It's not easy. It is something you work very slowly so as not to upset your nervous system. So you do this for a few moments, and then you can come back and watch the replay the next day and the next day. Okay, so the consistency of practice is really important. And then go ahead and remove the left hand. So the left nostril, I'm probably mirrored to you. So the left nostril is your lunar breath. The right nostril is your solar breath. And you can actually feel cool and heat once you build up a sensitivity to this. Okay. This practice we're going to take in baby steps. And the practice is to breathe in one side, out the other, in one side and out the other. In one side, out the other, in one side, out the other. So we have a few options here. You can, let's just start simple by doing what we were doing. And so we're just going to be doing this, okay? Alternately, you can take your second and third finger and put it on your eyebrow center and use your thumb and your ring finger. So you can't really see me, but I'm closing my right nostril with my thumb, and I have my second and third finger on my third eye. And then I'm going to use my ring finger. Buenas, Sarah. Hello, Lydian. Okay. All right. So, and then afterwards, I'm going to tell you the pattern for the practice. Okay. So let's do the whole pattern. Okay. So hands down, close your eyes, 5 full breaths, both nostrils. At your own speed. The jaw is soft. And when you have completed 5 full breaths, take right hand fingers, close the right nostril. Take 5 breaths, left side only. And if you are very congested, lower the hand or partially close the nostril. When your 5th exhale is complete, we're going to change hands, close the left nostril, and breathe right side only. When your 5th exhale is complete, lower your hands and do 5 breaths, both sides. Now we're going to alternate. And I'm going to place my second and third finger on my third eye. I'll take off my glasses. Place my thumb just over my right nostril. And I'm going to have my ring finger handy. If this is too awkward, you can just do this. Okay? So I'm going to close the right side. Inhale left. Close left, open right. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, open left. Exhale left. Inhale left, close left, open right, exhale right. Inhale right, close right, open left, exhale left. That's 2 rounds. So 1 round, 2 rounds. This is done in a steady beat. You can keep practicing if you like. So what I do when I'm on my own, I have in my mind's eye a count. So let's start really small, say 2. So it's inhale 2, close, exhale 2. Inhale 2, close, open, exhale 2. As you feel more comfortable, you may go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter how long it is, as long as it doesn't create tension and it's the same on both sides. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so when the breath leaves the left nostril, place your hands down and just get a pencil, and I'm just going to make sure this is really clear for this practice. Okay. So number 1, 5 times both nostrils. 5 times left side only. We always start with the left side. Deep yoga psychology, you don't really need to get into that. 5 times right side only. 5 times both sides. That's your warm-up. Okay? And you do the warm-up at the beginning and at the end as a cool down, closure. Okay? And then in the middle, you need to decide how you're feeling and how stressful this is for you. So maybe you'll practice the alternate breathing, maybe just 5 rounds. Maybe that's it. Maybe you'll do 2 rounds. Maybe you'll do 6. Okay, so it's really important to listen. So some of you might be a little more agile with your breath and be able to do this for a longer period. So you would perhaps do 10 rounds, and then you would do, if you're going to do more than 1 set, I would do this in between the set. So you do 1 set of 10, and then you do both nostrils. Then you do another set of 10, and then you do this again. Individually, when I'm working with students, it's a lot easier, of course, in person, because I'm watching your stress level in your body, and I'm watching your posture and the way that you sit and you hold. I'm listening to your mouth breathing, among other things. And so it might seem like I'm fussing over little things, but they're all really, really important. Okay. Now, I want to just comment on this again. The reason the shoulders are over the hips is to create space for the spine, ultimately for the prana to move. If we have restrictions in the body, so that channel that goes from your fontanelle, your crown, down through the neck, down through the spine, out through your coccyx, out through the sacral area, is impeded in any way, then energy is not moving optimally. So that's why we practice all these micro adjustments so that energy moves optimally. Now, this is exactly the same if you are doing a tree pose, if you are whatever sort of a pose you are doing, unless, of course, you are doing a back bend or a forward bend, then the breathing will be restricted. And then when you return to a neutral position, you will have this flush of energy that goes through your body. Okay, so just try to understand this, the background of this. It's important. Okay. Now, when you go to bed tonight, I have another suggestion for you. This is very soothing. This is one of my all-time favorite practices. And it is an extension of the alternate nostril breathing, but we're going to carry it over the whole body, from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. So I want you to imagine that the soles of your feet, the arches of your feet, are nostrils. If you don't have feet, then the next closest thing, or you would imagine that you have feet. If you don't have sensitivity in your feet, then this is going to take tremendous mind imagination. Okay, so you imagine the arches, the soles of your feet are nostrils. And this point here at the third eye, we're going to move up to the crown of the head. So when we're doing that breathing up and down here, it's going to go from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. Okay, so I'm going to guide you through this. Here we go. And this is easier lying down. So I recommend doing this lying down. If you have a second to lie down, please do so. Okay. Start with the nose. Find your nostrils, left, right nostril. Draw the inhale breath up to the third eye, to the frontal point of the third eye. And just so you know, the reason I say the frontal point of the third eye, because the actual Agnya chakra is in the pineal gland. So most of the chakras have frontal points, most of them, not all of them. So that's why I say frontal point of the third eye. Observe that inverted V shape as you breathe in and you breathe out. On your next inhale breath, draw that breath a little bit longer and imagine the breath going all the way up to the crown. And as you exhale, visualize the breath just washing down the whole body, all the way down, out the soles of the feet. Inhale from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. Exhale from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet. And if that feels a lot overwhelming, you might want to use your palm chakras instead. Instead of the soles of the feet, use the palm chakras. So that would just be visualizing inhaling through the palms to the crown. Crown, exhale, out the palms. And depending on your mind, you may be able to do both simultaneously. All right, now be fully aware of your left palm or your left foot. We're going to inhale left side only. So inhale up the left side of the body. Exhale down the right side of the body. Inhale up the right side of the body. And exhale down the left side of the body at your pace. If I'm too fast or too slow, just follow that line. Imagine the energy going up the left, down the right, up the right, down the left. Now, for those of you that read tarot and follow me in my tarot practices, this is going to make a lot of sense for you, or if you're one of my yoga students as well. So we have colors that are associated with, keep going, keep this practice going if you're able. Colors that are associated with lefts and rights. And we're going to bring color into this practice, or at least try to. So the next time the breath comes in the left side, see blue, blue. Inhale blue left. And then right side is red, so exhale red right. Inhale red right. Exhale blue left. Inhale blue left. Exhale red right. Keep going. The next time the breath leaves the left foot or the left hand, return to both sides. So you want to complete with breathing awareness in both sides. So inhaling simultaneously. If you like, you can come back to the nose, both nostrils. Allow the body to settle, balancing. And then when you feel ready, gently open your eyes. Okay, now, of course, somebody in the crowd always says, well, Sadhana, what about purple? Blue and red makes purple. And you know what? If that works for you when you are breathing both sides together, maybe you visualize purple. But I really, really like this practice, and I find it very, very relaxing. So soporific. In fact, it often makes me fall asleep. So it's really lovely. Okay, so where we're going to go from here, there are so many steps and so many places. But I had a comment about the awareness of the throat. And so I think what we will do next time is to deepen the awareness of the throat. But if this is a challenge for you, practice speaking with your fingers on your throat. Practice the breath. You know, if this is a part of your body that is blocked, then we're going to deepen the awareness here, and we're going to do a little bit of we're going to do a breathing practice for the throat next week. Okay. Hello, Ramon. Welcome. Ramon is a moon scarab. Okay. Lydia Ann says, I think about temperance. Yeah, so that's why I was saying, for those of you that read tarot, how this all sort of fits together. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Your comments are invaluable. So there was a comment that I kind of read, okay, let's go back. Let's regroup. Let's take this step by step. Today is the fourth video, the fourth class. So you might want to go back and review the other classes. But I'm just going to very intuitively guide you through this. And I will always be reviewing. So you're welcome just to hop in wherever you are. I am broadcasting on my yoga channel as well as my tarot channel. And eventually I will be shifting all of this to my yoga channel only. So just letting you know that. So thank you all very much for your feedback. and have a lovely and peaceful rest of your day. Okay. Namaste.